Yeah, that's a cockroach with human head. Very Kafkaesque.
You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it.
Okay. Text.
You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it.
Yeah, but you do the same action over and over, so you can rise the lockpick. I need this one. Everything else, I have to train it. I have to train the acrobatics. I really have to train acrobatics. Let's just go out of town and just do jumps over and over. But right now, I need this one.
You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it. You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it. You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it.
Remember in the first two games, you could raise your pick lock by picking your nose. with the lockpick, picking your nose with lockpick. But if it's too low, in the first game, if it was too low, you could die. You could die. A Sierra game after all.
You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it.
But this is great because I can... I still morning, okay, no problem.
You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it. You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it.
I'm not... Best part...
You already cracked this one. There's nothing... You already cracked this one. There's nothing else in it. You already cracked this one.
See if we can recognize the narrator's voice. He's actually a famous actor from the 80s, 90s and early 2000s. What I love about this game is the cast. The casting is just, the voice cast is a stellar voice cast. 303. Should we go for the cap? The cap is 400. Let's go for the cap.
You already... 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 You already...
There is...
You already... You already cracked this.
There is also... This is a game, for those who haven't never played it, this has 4 classes. 3, you can choose 3 at the beginning, and the 4th, Paladin, you must become that either import... By importing a character, you can change the class when importing characters. When you import a character from a previous game, or you become a paladin at the end of 2 and more than halfway of 3. You can't become a paladin on 4th game. And I think you can become a paladin at the beginning of the 5th game, but I'm not sure. Oh my goodness.
You already... 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 You...
I like the music though. Very jazzy. 334. Okay, now.
You already... You already...
Should I go to 350 or should I go to the cap of 400?
You already... 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 You already cracked... You already cracked... You already... You already cracked... You already cracked...
Okay, one more time.
You already... You all. You all. You all.
350. I think that should be enough to pick the several locks, at least the easiest locks. That should be enough. Let's go outside and practice acrobatics. We can go through here if you want to.
Won't you stay for supper? I managed to find some nice week-old bread soaked in the juice that collects at the bottom of the garbage can. I'm more than happy to share with you.
Yeah, that it's based on Peter lore. No thanks. Yeah.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Well, you'll be surprised what I can do. Okay, I already bought everything I could to buy from the store. What time is it? It's half noon. Okay. Let's save. I don't think your monster can attack me in this exact screen. Okay. This is to train acrobatics. There are several ways to train, but basically you have to jump in the same spot here, train acrobatics. I think the thief is my favorite class, I have to say. It's the one that feels more like playing a graphic adventure. The fighter, yeah, has to basically kill monsters to get the full points. While the magic user has to grind all the spells they have, each spell individually. So the magic user is definitely the grindiest. I have a friend of mine who's played the series recently, another streamer, Spider MWA. He prefers the wizard. Plays the wizard. I can see why.
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest.
This one, okay. This one's gonna be slow. The lock picking, it was easiest because we found a trick to raise, and the acrobat's gonna be probably the slowest. You rest.
After some rest, you feel better.
Let me check something here. Okay. Go check something. Okay. You can also create hybrid classes, but I don't recommend it. I'm still checking on the stats. Something about the stats. Skills, acrobatics. See if there's another way. Basically, by jumping anywhere. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough about that. No. The paladin is the last one. Okay. Okay. Basically, you have to spend. I'm gonna spend basically all day just doing this ad nauseum.
You are so...
But we get a lot of training.
After some rest, you feel better.
This is the only way to grind acrobatics. I don't think we need. I don't think we need a lot of acrobatics. It helps a
You
lot,
are so exhausted.
especially near the end. I'm pretty damn sure you need at the end you need those damn acrobatics stats. So I'm just gonna raise these to 300. 235. Oh no, this is gonna be slow as hell.
After some rest, you feel better.
This is gonna be very slow. I know you need. There is a section in the game where you need to in the
You are
swamp
so exhausted.
to avoid all the ends, the undead ends. You need to jump from land to land in the swamp. So I'm gonna save for 300. Really?
After some rest, you feel better.
Okay. Last one. I'm probably gonna.
You are...
239. I'm gonna just do that for 300. I don't need a lot. I just need the big locks is the most important one for now.
After some rest, you feel better.
Okay. Time to go back. Nightfall. It's nightfall and I need to go back. Hey Florian, how you doing, mate?
You hear movement on the other side of the door.
Yeah, like
After a few minutes,
yeah.
you hear someone
I have to go to
removing
bed
the
very
guard and
early.
locking the bolts on the other side of the door.
I have to go to bed after dinner, so I decided to stream the afternoon. Actually, I am quite well. Oi, who's this
Have
guy?
a seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. But why don't you sit down on one? This show
Oh,
can't
happy
get on the
birthday,
road until you
mate.
get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or
I'm-
maybe just sit.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Yeah, tomorrow I have to go back to Madrid to look at more apartments, to move, and all that. There aren't a lot of hats for the apartments I'm looking for, so I'm gonna look just more 2 or 3 and then make my decision. The second apartment I looked at last Friday seems to be the better one. So far, seems the better one. Let's see if I can change. I can move, sorry. Let's see if I can move before Easter. If not, then after Easter. Don't worry. When I do, I'll let you all know. And I'm gonna change the schedule so to stream on the weekends. Unfortunately, I can't right away. I really can't go with my desktop computer, but I still have my Steam Deck, so I can always stream from my Steam Deck. I see if I can at least finish this game before moving out.
The gnome is just plain folks, a clown around town. Everything about him epitomizes bad taste in attempted humor.
I'm gonna save this part. I'm gonna record this part.
Thank you. I always like to meet a receptive audience. It's always good to see you. It means you're not behind my back. Pleased to meet you. I could tell by your outfit that you were no ordinary rube. Punny Bones, the name. Jokes are fair game. I'm a pro punster. I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together. Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't. Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business. With me, the show must go on and on and on. I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time. Hey, I've been looking high and low for you, and I obviously wasn't looking low enough. You trying to upstage me or something? Show business is tough enough without competition from you. One day they're putting your footprints in cement, and the next day you're mixing it. So sit down, relax, and catch the show before it gets away.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "You know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." You may as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
That's right.
Phew. The gnome has stopped speaking. Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. Some help you were. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder?
Smile a little
It's
loud.
nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But why? And get out of show business?
He too is a stranger to Mordavia.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
I try to keep people entertained here.
So how come you weren't up on the stage instead of me?
I have not listened to such nonsense in all my life.
You call this a life? I'm staying at this inn.
Well, you know I'm not a census taker over here, but there are no other gnomes in Mordavia.
No wonder.
No way.
Yeah, when they show up, there goes the neighborhood. We have no need for gnomes here.
These are the
You
best
guys
guys.
are so narrow-minded you could all look through a keyhole with both eyes. What gnome would want to work here? You guys have all the sense of humor of a wyvern with a hangover.
At the risk of waxing poetic, what need have we of fools?
Hey, you got a point. There are enough fools in here already to reach critical mass. If it pays to be ignorant, why are you guys so broke?
Somebody just shoot me.
And just when I was gonna invite yous to my party. There's always room for one bore.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's rough, you know? Anyone could tell better jokes than that gnome did. Where's Shaky Green when you need him?
Look,
That's
I'd
great.
argue with you, but I never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
Did you really?
Guy's dying up there. I didn't get anything.
The guy
Hey,
just,
how could you? If ignorance is really bliss, you're the world's happiest guy.
did you really reference Seth Green?
Fellas, is it just me, or is Shecky's performance here lacking a certain sense of humor?
Are you kidding? He was rough. Get a day job.
You're right, and he wasn't very funny either.
What do you mean I wasn't funny? You guys wouldn't know a punchline if it hit you in the face.
Okay, let me just... Nope.
Leaving so soon? Good night, and thanks for all the fish.
Okay, that is a great reference. That is a great reference. Good night, thanks for all the fish. Yeah, Guide to the Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Yeah, I think I need to go back in. Yeah. Yeah, we need to... Yeah, I'm gonna...
You have some garlic pheasant for supper. You pick at your plate in search of any leftover garlic.
I'm pretty sure I'm... No, I still have 10 rations. Great. Alright.
They all ignore you as usual.
Yep. Okay. So let's see if we can finish robbing the old man.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Let's see if I got no. What time is it? It's already night. Good. It's already night. Let's. Okay. I really hope I can rob the. I can get in the break-in second time.
You carefully open the window and enter the darkened upstairs bedroom. You hear a distinct
Okay.
Searching the nightstand, you find a small gold locket on a chain. It says "Love" on the outside in well-worn lettering. Inside you see the tiny paintings of two faces. One of the faces is of a good-looking young man. A glance at the old man's face and a little imagination shows that it's probably his portrait from when he was younger. The other face is of a young and lovely woman. This picture is marred by a spot where some liquid has dripped upon it. You close it and put it in your backpack.
No.
You feel a little guilty wearing the locket. You put the locket carefully back into the nightstand. You know that this is the one thing the old man would really miss if you took it. It looks pretty much as... It's an attractive but not particularly valuable music box. It looks... The couch looks as though it's seen better years. It's badly worn and starting to sag. The table and chairs look as though they haven't been moved from their present positions in quite some time. The desk consists of a simple tabletop closed in by 2 hinged doors. It doesn't have a lock. It looks pretty much as you'd expect. It's one of the ugliest mugs that you have ever seen. Some people just don't have any taste.
Okay, I'm going to...
That didn't do it. That didn't do it. That didn't do it.
Okay. Should I save? Let's save here.
You pick up the ugly mug and carefully place it on the floor. You see that this is filled with junk. Pawing around in the odds and ends, you pick up a dagger, 1 crown, and 11 kopecks as the only things worth taking.
Okay.
Looking inside, you see some sort of potion and a book in the desk. You find a small bottle of healing potion, which you take. You also find a large book, too bulky to take with you. It's a diary. The author was working in Castle Borgov when the Boyar was still around, and mentions a secret passage in the Boyar's crypt. Interesting. You scan through the book in the old man's desk. It seems to be someone's diary. The author was working in Castle Borgov when the Boyar was still around, and mentions a secret passage in the Boyar's crypt. Interesting.
Okay. I think... Save. Okay. I think we have everything here. At least let me check the work. Okay. Okay, see you soon. Okay, let's go back here. The job is finished. Stealth, climbing, honor. Not much honor. I'm a thief. I lost honor points. Mate, I'm a thief. Not supposed to have honor. The fact that I was...
In your sleep, you seem to hear voices.
Do you see him?
Yes, he is sleeping. Most likely in the inn, although it is hard to focus the vision enough to tell.
I do not understand why you did not just capture him in the first place. These charades you play are foolish.
Silence! To serve us, it will be for the best if he acts under his own free will. Why make an enemy out of a willing tool? Oh, but I forget. He is already your enemy.
This is not someone to play games with, I say. If he finds out what is going on, he will never cooperate. Besides, you risk his death. Moldavia is a very dangerous place.
I think he is quite capable of taking care of himself. Besides, I have ways of making him cooperate, as you well know. I will use them only if I must.
The voices fade off into oblivion.
That's also a very famous.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
That's also another famous actress, a famous voiceover actress in her first voiceover gig.
Ah, so you are back.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic. You pick at your plate and the innkeeper nods at you.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long. What is it you want?
You tell the Burgermeister to...
So you...
Yeah, the Burgomeister doesn't believe in us. Doesn't believe.
The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work.
Welcome, welcome. Sometimes I think I will go crazy if I don't have someone to talk to other than the other cockroaches around here.
You tell the chief about your break-in at the old man's house.
It seems you do really well under pressure. It is a pity that we can no longer fence things here. You could probably earn a lot of money. Oh, very well. If you must be a hero, I suppose you could help me. You will need to break into the monastery through the upper windows. There is a secret passage to the basement somewhere in the main room. I think there was some sort of guard, too, but I threw something at it, and it went away. Anyway, once in the basement, look for a small statue. Whatever you do, don't touch it with your bare hands. Bring it back here, and we'll see whether I will return to my dapper self again.
Okay, let's do just that. We can do that. I don't think we need... Well, we need the climbing skill, but we don't need the... Okay, save. Down 4.
It is a thoroughly uninteresting wall. Sort of a wallflower. It is a thoroughly... You don't notice... You don't... You find a good spot, then climb up the monastery wall. This is a no longer used monastery. The furnishings are in poor condition, and the carpet and drapes are faded and threadbare. The symbols of the Dark One make this an uncomfortable place to be. This is a fairly attractive, in a Baroque way, display cabinet with a glass door. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving. A long wooden table attests to a time when this room was used to double as a communal dining room for the monks. This is a no longer used monastery. The furnishings are in poor condition.
Symbols.
You strike a mighty hammer blow at the glass case. It just sort of looks at you through its glass eye. You need to either build up your strength or try another approach. This is not a good... This is... This is not a good... You strike a mighty hammer blow at the glass case. It just...
Don't tell me I have to raise my strength. Oh, bloody hell. Well, no, I can't do this.
This is a fairly attractive... You strike a mighty... It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod. Unless you like cats, then you might call it a hexapus. The hexapod waves its tentacles at your sandwiches. Maybe it's allergic to avocado. The hexapod waves it...
Wait, wasn't supposed to do this?
Hector the hexapod happily gorges itself on the garlic. Hector looks much less hungry and perhaps a little less dangerous now. The fireplace looks as though it hasn't been used in years. There are no logs on the log holders, nor is there any sign of ashes or other debris. This is an antique brass log holder. There doesn't seem to be anything special about this one. There are some small scratches on the stone underneath this brass log holder.
Better save just in case. Down 4.
There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare. The walls of this creepy place glisten with liquid, as if they were oozing with the blood of ancient sacrifices. It's cold down here, as if all your body warmth was being leached away from you. The huge barrel is labeled Cask of Amontillado.
Yes.
This must be the fabled spirit that provided most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents. You see a small statue that matches the description that the chief thief gave you. You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them. Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One, surrounded by arcane letters. A notch next to the A makes you think that perhaps that is some sort of starting point for the letters.
Yeah, a woozle.
The roll-top desk is spotted with dark and ominous stains.
I'm gonna save here again because this is...
You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids, and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the hangman's tree, and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor, for safekeeping. Now there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual? You rifle, it said the neck mouth. Now there's... You rifle, it said the neck mouth. Now there's... You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of dragon's breath. Bottoms up.
You don't die here. But you get this vision.
Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet. A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets. You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has the symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it.
Yeah, that's one of the rituals you have to get. You need to get all the rituals at for the end game. And now for the final part. What time is it? Oh, it's still morning. Okay. And now, first save. And then we go here to
You pick up the statue in the shopping bag, carefully avoiding any contact with your own flesh. The statue glows briefly as it slips into the bag, then subsides.
Robot monstrous insect. Okay. I think I have everything here. I still have to still need to do these things in the monastery, but from the basement, the book is a trap. The book is a trap, that much I know. And I have to get something from here that I really, really want to.
This is a fairly attractive.
But I can't get it because I don't have enough strength. Oh, but I could get something else from here.
You strike a mighty hammer blow at the glass case. There's something dark in the alcove. Could it be, at last, the fabled black bird for which so many have been searching?
Yes, the blackbird is another tradition. You first mentioned on the second game. You could buy it. You could buy but you could steal it. You can steal a blackbird, but it's a replica. It's not the original. In the third game, you can buy from the bazaar in Tarna another replica, and this one is. The sculpture of a black falcon brings back memories of your wonderful vacation last year. Wasn't there one in Spielberg too? And one in the bazaar in Tarna. Too bad this is a cheap plaster imitation. Where, you wonder, is the real blackbird? Who knows? In Int. Okay, I think I have enough. Yeah, I think we have everything we can. Well, there are two things we need to do here, but
The door is firmly sealed as if cemented in place. Either it really has been bricked in, or some very powerful magic keeps it locked.
Okay, let's exit through the window, no problem. I can always train the climbing, so... yeah, window is a good idea.
Welcome, welcome. Sometimes I... Wonderful, wonderful. I won't have to scuttle in the shadows all the time. I won't have to have unsavory eating practices. Thank you so very much.
This does not look like the type of person your mother would want you hanging around with. Still, it's an improvement over the monster form.
I am all right, I guess, but I'm having a difficult time adjusting to walking on two legs again. Other than the fact that there are no other thieves here, and that we are not likely to get any in the near future, this is a wonderful guild. If you excuse the fact we can't fence anything here either. After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much. Never said anything again, as a matter of fact. The ones that left said they felt Soon it was just me and two others. They decided to... You mean this passage behind me? You have to be very careful with traps. Always check for them first. There is a secret passage to the castle from the Boyar's crypt in the graveyard. There is a special way to open this secret door. Something involving colors and the Borgov family crest, I think. You must be very careful. I know nothing of the people who now live in the castle. Only that the last thieves to break in never returned. You have such nice manners. Are you certain you want to hang around tough, brutal scum of the earth who will try to beat you up at the slightest excuse? Or is that your idea of a good time? You did very well indeed. I can tell that you will someday be a chief thief yourself.
You're welcome.
You have such nice manners. All right. I know I was getting careless. I am going to make certain no one ever touches that statue again. At least not by accident. Going so soon? Good luck.
Yeah. What can I do here now? Okay, there's nothing for me here, so climbing is okay. Acrobatics. Yeah, Yeah, I have to train acrobatics. Weapon use couldn't, but I can only train weapon use during fights, fighting monsters. I could train strength, but 240, no. What time is it? It's not even afternoon.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Yeah.
Try not to make a nuisance of yourself.
Goodbye, Betty. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop recording here. No. Now I'm gonna record here again because I need to do something.
Tall shocks of corn have been harvested and wait here to be stored for the winter. You take an ear of the corn and put it away in your pack. An old stump by the side of the road makes a convenient resting place for passers-by. You find 5 crowns that someone hid in the hollow stump. They're covered with mold and dirt and have obviously been long since forgotten. There's nothing else in the stump except old leaves, dirt, and mold.
Three crowns. I don't need a lot of crowns, honestly. Okay, save. And let's try an acrobatics again. Okay, this is when I have to stop recording. I'm gonna stop recording this, but
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest.
$244. Not so bad, but could be a bit better. Could be a bit better, tell it.
After some rest, you feel better. You are After some rest, you feel better. You are
248. Yeah, this race is a bit slower, but there's no other way to train acrobatics. Do I need acrobatics? Yes, for the swamp. I need to get one of the rituals in the swamp, and I need acrobatics.
After some rest, you feel better. You are After some rest, you feel better. You are
251.
After some rest, you feel better.
Should I come back or not? Okay, let me save.
You are After some rest, you feel better.
Okay, time to go back.
You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door. They all turn to stare at you, then go back to talking. You get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic. You pick at your plate in search of any leftover garlic. They all ignore you as usual. You unlock the door to your room and go in. Garlic braids festoon the room, adding that certain special ambiance of Gilroy in the spring to the room. You take a clove of garlic in case you meet an Italian chef somewhere.
I'm gonna save here. Why I'm gonna save here? For one good reason. There is something here I'm gonna try and see if I can do. There is someone I want to meet at the town gates, and I want to see if she's here. And I'm going to be sneaky about it just in case. I should be able to do it. If not, I reload. If she's not here, great. If she is, I reload.
The massive gate to this town is securely barred to protect it from things that go bump in the night. You cannot leave the town this way.
It is good to see you again, I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia. You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night.
She is the attractive peasant woman you met shortly after escaping from the Cave of the Dark Ones. No one...
I bid you welcome to Mordavia. I hope you are enjoying your stay here. There. Now you have had an official welcome from your own official welcome woman.
You tell her your name and a little about your adventures.
How fascinating. I have never met a true hero before. You must tell me more sometime. You may call me Katrina. And what shall I call you? You may... The forest is a very dangerous place. Many monsters walk here, especially at night. Please, please be careful. I must go now. I hope we can meet again soon. I enjoy your company.
Before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest. The faces on the jack-o'-lanterns glow like malevolent demons, waiting for an unwary victim to come within their grasp.
Okay.
You deftly slip over the gate and into town.
Yep, that should be. Why can I do things at night?
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ooh, I just remember something about going outside of town.
Ah, so you are back.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish. You pick at your plate in search of any leftover garlic. The innkeeper nods at you.
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That ties it. The little weasel never goes anywhere, for crying out loud.
Yeah, except when he's with that wacko, crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? He got a taste for meat.
It was a full moon outside last night, I'm telling ya.
Time to beat it.
Yeah, somebody's going to jail. Justice must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Okay.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax, go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later, go home.
You say, hello, to the group.
Hello!
Ah, the stranger. Have you heard that Igor was killed and we...
Will you stop saying that? We only know that Igor is missing.
But we already have Igor's murderer.
We have a gypsy, that is all.
But you know that all gypsies are werewolves.
I do not know that, and neither do any of you. If you would stop listening to old wives' tales and start thinking, you'd realize only that the gravedigger is missing, and all else is in your imaginations.
The gravedigger's missing?
I mean, we looked everywhere. He's usually under my wife's bed.
We even tried to talk to that quack Dr. Cranium.
That ridiculous doorbell.
At first, we thought he might be lost.
Then we found the gypsy.
The gypsy did it. He toasted Igor.
Yeah, and then he ate him. Check his breath. It smells like Igor.
Poor Igor.
I'm telling you, gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, gypsies are all tramps and thieves.
Gypsies cannot be trusted.
I think we're fixing to have one less gypsy around here.
Bunch of xenophobic.
Hold it, Slick. Don't you know what a werewolf is? A man who turns into a wolf.
Yeah, when he's sunbathing at night, you know? It's the full moon that does it.
Listen, the werewolf eats children, which don't make him all bad.
Igor was not a child.
Hey, Yuri's daughter was eaten by one, huh?
No one knows what happened to Tanya. You cannot say she was eaten.
What else could have happened? I mean, we have the werewolf that did...
It'll break out of your little trick-or-treat jail and eat us all.
Hans, not one word about Tanya eaten by a werewolf will you make to Yuri. He and Bella have been hurt too deeply. As you are a man, do not open the wounds again.
Well, I'll tell you what, you suit yourself, pal. But at least they can be avenged now upon the werewolf!
It is none of your...
Perfect. The gravedigger Igor's been killed.
And we captured a werewolf.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Go home. Just go home, all of you. You do not know the truth yet.
We're gonna make the little gypsy tell the truth, don't you worry.
Yeah, let's see how much lying he does after we take his teeth out by hand.
Dimitri, dude, listen,
Dude!
No, you listen, all of you. There is nothing to be done until we know all the facts. Now go home and let me do my job, please. The gravedigger was missing last night.
And we matriculated on down to the cemetery to search, see?
Yeah, but we didn't have far to go. Just outside town, we caught ourselves a werewolf.
yeah, but we found no trace of poor old Igor.
Did you actually went to the
Enough.
cemetery or not?
Igor is missing. We do not know what happened to him. I am trying to do the job to which I was appointed. I am trying to make certain that justice...
Justice. Justice schmustice, Einstein. Was it justice that little Igor was murdered and wound up the Blue Plate Special?
Yeah, the murderer was caught, and I want to hit him. Let the punishment begin.
Right. Dan will have justice.
Am I the Burgomaster or am I not? I have said all that there is to be said about this subject. Werewolves are mere peasant tales.
You want to see a peasant tale, pal? Look, we all know that werewolves are real.
Yeah, I saw the movie. They turn into wolves by the full moon.
It's a
They are harmed only by silver in wolf form.
They're allergic to wolfsbane.
There's a poem about it, okay? Even a man who's pure in heart.
And says his prayers by night.
Enough! Enough! It is all hearsay and speculation.
May become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms.
Oh, that's beautiful. And the autumn moon is bright.
Or so the charming legend says.
A gypsy was found right outside the town gates. We brought him here for questioning.
Why don't you have a bake sale, pal, and send away for a clue? Everyone knows that gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, little Igor was somebody's Big Mac, and you want us to just go home?
That werewolf is a danger to us all. Think of our families and our mistresses.
Do you think I would endanger the town by allowing him to escape? The gypsy is securely locked up. He will not get away. The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor. Come to look at the prisoner, or just to talk some more? It will take more than talk to set the gypsy free. You can talk to the gypsy yourself. He hasn't said much to anyone. Sometimes I think Mordavia is cursed. We live with so much real and present danger that we start to imagine things and overreact. Just because some folks find a gypsy when Igor is missing, they blame the gypsy. Now everyone in town thinks the gypsy is a raving werewolf out to eat us all. They act like frightened fools. I'm not certain what to do. I don't think that the gypsy had anything to do with Igor, but unless there is some real proof, the gypsy will burn. I can't leave the gypsy here by himself, yet someone needs to find out about Igor. Everyone else in town just assumes the gypsy is guilty. Igor is missing, and the townspeople seem sure that this gypsy is the cause. I am not so sure myself, but there's very little I can do until Igor is found.
In such a small village, only one jail cell is needed. The gypsy ignores you. You tell the gypsy that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. The gypsy doesn't seem to believe you.
Well then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone.
The gypsy looks at you with disdain. The gypsy glares at you in sullen silence.
Why does he look like... He looks like the guy from... He looks like Gronk. He looks just like Gronk. From... I don't know, from the Disney movie.
The gypsy spits in your general direction.
Okay.
If you really are a hero, why don't you do something about this situation? Why don't you... Why... Oh, never mind. Just go. It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please watch for him. Calm down, everyone. Give me a little more time.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, Gandhi, but we have waited long enough.
Yeah, he's right. I got first dibs. That gypsy's gonna pay.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker. He's gonna burn at the stake.
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you shall have your burning.
Okay, let's retrace the steps of 281. No, Igor isn't here.
You don't notice. You don't.
Nothing here. Let's go talk to Dr. Cranium.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
I have made substantial progress with my Frankie since your last visit. With the MESS recalibrated, I was able to focus the initial stimulation and have achieved the first traces of independent muscular coordination. See for yourself. It is not often that ordinary people such as yourself have the opportunity to witness true genius. I expect that you are feeling especially honored just now.
Could it be? Has Dr. Cranium at last succeeded in the ancient dream of bringing back life to the dead? Or is this just someone who had a little too much to drink at the mad doctor's party last night? You say, "Hello," to the scientist.
Hello.
I trust you have made some valuable scientific discoveries since your last visit.
It doesn't say.
Oh, all my attention lately has gone into reanimating the Frankie. It will be a great scientific accomplishment when I succeed. Oh, this is a sad, ignorant land where everyone... I named Frankie after one of my colleagues who did some preliminary research into tissue reanimation. My success in this experiment will make me one of the premier researchers at this year's scientific ball. The MESS is my patented magnetical electrical stimulation system. With it, I am able to re-establish neuron paths through formerly dead tissue. It also can be a good companion on those lonely Friday nights in the lab.
Okay.
The MESS is my patent...
You regale the doctor with tales of your exploits in Tana.
Exploits?
Oh, that sounds like a truly awful land. Primitive conditions, almost no science. That apothecary Salim sounds like someone I should meet.
No.
You say goodbye.
Remember to use your powers of observation at all times.
It's a beaker full of eyes, and they all seem to be looking at you.
No, I was looking for it. It's not here. So
I am looking forward to the successful completion of my Frankie experiment. My first attempt was a bush I dug up in the forest garden. The operation was a great success. Unfortunately, the patient died. I hope to correct that minor difficulty in my new experiment.
okay. There are two ways to save the gypsy. There are two ways to save the gypsy. One is go looking for Igor. He must be at was in the cemetery, okay? The second one is wait until night and break into the office and break into out of the jail cell. We are going to try that too. Gypsy. And I'm going to save. Okay. Down 5. We're going to try the second time. We're going to try it one. See if we can save. If not, we'll go back here because I need to do something. I'm sure that there's something. I think I need to have enough strength to save Igor. Let me check something here. Oh no. I don't need strength. Good. Anyway, let's try to break him out. And then I go to cemetery the next day to save Igor. If Igor is not, I think Igor can go a few days without being. Okay. Right now, we're just gonna train acrobatics. When I also need to train strength, but mostly acrobatics. We'll wait until night time and we'll go and save the gypsy. We'll try acrobatic and save the gypsy. If not, we'll restart and go look for Igor directly. If we save Igor, he releases. I don't know if we have to wait until next day to save, or I could go directly after saving the gypsy. I could go and save Igor. But the problem is I have to wait until night. I don't feel like walking the forest. Forest is dangerous. The worst monsters are at night, so probably I'm gonna wait till the next day. Or I can save another save file after saving the gypsy from jail.
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest.
Okay, let's go. What do we do here? Okay, 257, yeah. So race is so slow. Some stats, some skills race really fast, the others race really slow. Acrobatics one that races slow. It means the moment it reaches 300, I'm gonna stop.
After some rest, you feel better. You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest.
.61, which is a bit better.
After some rest, you feel better. You are so...
Intelligence. Alright,
After some rest, you feel better. You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest. After some rest, you feel better. You are so...
Hmm. 264.
After some rest, you feel better. You are so exhausted. After some rest, you feel better. You are so exhausted.
266.
After some rest, you feel better. You are... After some rest, you feel better. You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
Fellas, the only good werewolf is a dead werewolf, I always say.
Yeah, that gypsy should be wrapped up real good for what he did to poor little Igor.
He must be burned. I know it ain't politically correct, but it's the only way to kill a gypsy.
Dmitri says you all do not know what happened to old Igor. He may be alive somewhere, unable to get back to town.
Bull Pucky. If he were alive, a night outside town would kill him.
Yeah, and how do you explain that not exactly cuddly werewolf we caught?
How do you know that the gypsy is a werewolf, huh? Has anyone seen him change form?
How do you know the gypsy isn't a werewolf? I know he ain't exactly a rocket scientist, but he's not gonna change form while we're watching him, is he?
See, you have heard all about how we captured the werewolf, haven't you?
If not, we'd be happy to tell you about it, huh?
Even if you've already heard of it.
You tell them that the gypsy could be innocent.
Hold it a second, Perry Mason. If the gypsy didn't kill the gravedigger, then who did?
Yeah, I mean, what happened to Igor? And why is there no body remaining?
Listen, if you think the gypsy's innocent, how come you aren't out trying to find Igor's body?
There have been gypsies camped to the northeast of the town for many years now, and we have had no trouble from them. And that is quite enough of the subject. I have never seen a werewolf.
Well, what a surprise. Look, there are many things in this world you've never seen, Yuri.
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen a ghost, but you don't doubt them, do you?
Listen, you've never seen a Rusalka rising from a lake, but that don't mean it ain't so, does it?
They all sit for a few moments, thinking about Rusalki.
I have never seen...
Listen,
They all...
There are no such things as vampires in Mordavia, are there, my friend?
Of course not. You kidding me? Mordavia is a safe place to live, sort of.
Right, and garlic makes a lovely decoration over every window, and it's stinky!
just because we find our farm animals dead in the morning, drained of all blood with only 2 puncture marks on the neck, everybody's got to jump to conclusions. It doesn't mean we have vampires.
Ivan, drink your drink, buddy. I think your brain's getting a little crisp.
Such talk of imaginary werewolves only upsets people. They're more concerned about punishing the gypsy than with finding out what has happened to Igor. We are all worried about that gravedigger being missing. He was a good worker.
I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but we captured the gypsy ourselves, Yuri.
You told me that several times.
Hey, the little weasel was pretty doggone surprised when we nabbed him.
Yeah, he didn't expect us to be so strong, handsome, and brave.
Looks like those Thigh Master workout sessions really paid off.
Old Dmitri the Burgermeister has him locked up fit and proper.
Dmitri said that as soon as that gypsy turned into a wolf, he'd send us a fax.
Send us a fax?
Yeah, and he wouldn't even charge admission.
Werewolves are a terrible curse.
Even if the gravedigger survived, he'd turn into a werewolf by night. Ooh, that's spooky.
You know, it's a little hard to imagine Igor as a werewolf.
They sit a while thinking about a werewolf named Igor, and chuckle once in a while.
Phew. Boy, rather him than me, but I gotta tell you, that gravedigger must have faced a terrible death.
Oh, I tell you, it's rough. Torn to shreds by a ferocious werewolf.
He must have been scared to death.
I'll tell you, you should have seen us putting the collar on that little weasel gypsy. We were bodacious.
Bodacious.
He couldn't get away from us. I felt like Eric Estrada.
Eric
Of course,
Estrada.
it did kind of help that the Burgermeister grabbed him first.
You get a fine meal of roast duckling a la garlic. You pick at your plate in search of any leftover garlic. They are already so absorbed in boasting about the capture of the werewolf that they don't even notice you. You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Turn 5. Okay, let's go and save the gypsy from jail.
The Burgermeister's office is closed. A sign says, office hours 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The window is locked. While the lock doesn't seem very complicated, your tools can't do much about the deadbolt and bar on the inside of the door. You attempt to pick the lock on the Burgermeister's window. You open the cell door and release the gypsy prisoner.
Thank you for freeing me. Now I owe you a debt. Come visit our camp and I will see what I can do to repay you. I do not understand why you are helping me, but thank you. Our camp is in the northeast corner of the valley.
You look like Vedet.
You are in the Burgermeister's sparsely appointed office. There is a jail cell in the back. A set of steps leads up to the Burgermeister's living area. The desk is a massive oak affair. That didn't do anything useful.
Okay, save.
The desk is locked. Jackpot! You open the drawer and find a large key, 7 crowns and 15 kopecks. You put the key on your keyring and the money in your coin purse.
Yeah, we're supposed to...
You close and lock the window behind you to avoid arousing suspicion.
Now we can go back. I prefer to save Igor in the morning than right now. But I'm going, that much said, I'm going to save a new. Save Igor. I'm going to try and save Igor in the morning, not right now. If I go there and see that he's already dead, then I'll reload this save file and go save him directly.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ah, so you are back.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic. You pick at your plate. The innkeeper nods at you.
The gypsy escaped, and I hope we never see or hear of him again. I do not think he was guilty of anything other than being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You say hello to the Burgermeister.
You are a very polite person. Perhaps I should learn some manners from you for dealing with strangers. The gypsy has no doubt returned home to his people. They have an encampment to the east. I will be able to get a real night's sleep for once. I do not have to worry that the prisoner will be harmed or that he will escape now. The people of this town will settle down again. They cried so loudly for blood because they are tired of living so long in the shadow of fear. There is a rumor that perhaps I was mistaken in trying to drive you away from Mordavia, that perhaps you are the hero you claim to be. But you know how rumors are. You cannot always trust what you hear. Take care.
Oh, it's already said me to take care, so that's an improvement. So yeah, let's go check the cemetery. And I'm gonna see if, look at the map. I'm gonna try. Not this one. God damn it. There we go. BG maps. Okay. Maps. Okay, here we go. Cemetery. Okay, I know how to get it. Okay, need to go 2 screens down, 2 screens east, and 1 screen north. And I'm going to do it stealthily. No, now I have to go. No.
You're in the northern part of the forest. Past the hills to the north, you can just make out a town slightly to the west, and a cemetery to the northeast from here. The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. You hear a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below. This headstone does not have an epitaph, yet. How about that old one? Death is just nature's way of telling you to slow down. The headstone has fallen over the open grave, covering it.
Cemetery. Okay.
The gnarly old trunk of this tree looks climbable for one skilled in such pursuits.
Ooh. I hope I'm...
This is not a good...
Igor saved! Kind stranger saved Igor! Good kind stranger! Igor happy grave, not Igor's grave! Urgh.
This headstone does... Two spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business. A fresh grave has recently been opened here. Someone important must have been buried here. The crest says Borgov. The occasional lightning flashes are probably just a special effect. Someone important must have... An inscription on the door says, House of Ligeia Poe. May she rest forever.
Ligeia? Really?
Arkin Tenner walked at night. Arkin saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenner see? You don't know. Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation, it was a fatal recreation. Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue, to his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew.
Damn.
The inscription on this headstone reads, Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace. This headstone reads, On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night.
Damn.
This gravestone is marked, No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains.
That's an interesting. We'll sort of see what happens to her.
Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
This is important. So yeah, okay, let's save. Cemetery 6. Now we have to go to 2 places. Okay, okay. No, we don't need. Okay, we don't need to do this yet. So I'm just gonna go and get something here. That means it's not. Yeah, still morning, mid morning. Okay. We still haven't found any monster. Hope it continues that way. We just go back to the swamp, to the part of the swamp, and collect something. And then we come back to town, go back to training, to the grinding. Let me check stats. Acrobatics still the lowest stat we have. No, stealth is the lowest now. Okay, but we can do the stealth. Yeah, but
You are somewhere in the middle of the forest. You can barely discern the traces of an old road leading north and west.
I think we're supposed to do something with the damn eagle, but I don't know what. Give it food or something? I think as long as the eagles, as long as the eagles are around, we won't find any monsters. I think, or something indicated that.
Nothing. You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo.
Forest 6. We're not gonna. Stealth.
The hungry hunting hawk alertly searches for signs of game not already claimed by the forest monsters.
Yeah, that's why I think as long as not I don't know how to speak. As long as the hawk is still around, you won't be attacked by monsters, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Mhm. Now we can train the acrobatics. I'm not worried about stealth. Oh no, not yet, not yet. We need to go back to visit the doctor. I was going back to
I just wanted to thank you for saving me. Not many people would try to help a gypsy. Particularly when everyone thinks that they are werewolves. Gypsies are not werewolves. You cannot believe the lies of the townsfolk. Visit our camp to the east sometime, and we will welcome you as only the gypsies can. Gypsies are not werewolves, but we are shape-changers. I hope to see you again sometime. Farewell!
Is his eyes clean? Oh, first we had the leopard man in the previous game, now we have wolf shape changers. I'm just gonna deliver something to the Dr. Cranium and then I go visit the gypsies. I was hoping for another time, but yeah, it's a good time too. Now I can walk here normally.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
I have done it! The world shall not soon forget the genius of Dr. Cranium. The experiment is a success. Behold, Frankie! Ho, ho, ho! Is she not something? I'm looking forward to an exhilarating series of experiments with her. Ah, a very nice Frankie. I'm sure you will agree. Just as I planned. I believe she has all the assets necessary to become a premier scientific laboratory assistant.
Could it be? Has Dr. Cranium at last succeeded? Or is this just someone who had a little too much? You say hello to the scientist.
Frankie has been helping to keep me company in your absence. Still, it is good to have you visit. Is she not a wonder? My Frankie, fully functional in every way. In fact, I imagine she could even, when you... no.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay. I'm having flashbacks of the Creature Commandos, Frankenstein's Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah, I'm having... Okay,
That is terrific! This is just what I need for my experiments! As I promised, here is your rehydration solution.
You talk about your explorations in Mordavia and the many amazing creatures you've encountered.
Yes, that is the way of the true scientist. Do not rely on what others have told you, but experience them for yourself. I am glad that you are finding your vacation in Mordavia an educational experience.
4, 5 healing potions.
I am a genius! I shall be famous everywhere! There have been others who have worked on the reanimation of dead tissue, but no scientist has a Frankie like mine! Woo-hoo-pee! Science? Ha! You ask me about science? Just look at Frankie there and you will understand the purpose of science. It is to acquire the knowledge of the very nature of life itself and to create what those less informed would call miracles with that knowledge. If you want to... Here you are, Here you are,
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one. Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on... This poor, benighted, unscientific town used to be a thriving community. Lately, however, the birth rate has dropped and anyone careless enough to be caught out at night tends not to return. The heavy rains of the last few years have also put a damper on the local economy. The only road out of the valley has become covered by an endless and impassable swamp. I have not received a single delivery. Ish! I am sorry, but I really cannot reveal the nature of the experiments Frankie and I intend to perform. The world may not yet be ready for them. More importantly, I do not want anyone else taking credit for my results. Besides, Frankie is a little shy.
So he made his own... I can't talk to her, it goes directly for the... Okay.
You say goodbye.
I trust you will continue to do research throughout the forest. Do not be concerned if you should be unable to reach me during the next few days. Frankie and I shall be engaged in some very important and engrossing scientific research.
Right, research. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? $59, okay. Okay, afternoon, we can go and visit. Let me check something. We gotta go and visit the gypsy camp. If I can bloody well find it. Okay. The best way is go. Oof. 4 screens. Okay, 2 screens south, then 4 screens to the west, then all the way up, all the way east again, all the way east again, and then go up. It's not too far away. But interesting, we had to cross. Very interesting spots. If the arc appears, I mean there's no monsters nearby.
You don't notice anything. The bush looks a little strange, almost as though it is sitting rather than growing in its place. You don't notice. The bush looks... You are in the northwestern part of the forest. On a high mountain to the west, you can see a dark castle.
Oh, crud. Monsters. First monster killed.
The cute, innocent, well, maybe not exactly, little bunny has been viciously slaughtered and now looks like a roadkill.
You can put the fights can be made by the computer. Although the
There is
AI...
absolutely nothing in the little rabbit's fanny pack. Well, maybe a pocket watch, but you don't need one of those. You grab a handful of rocks.
Stealth, agility, okay. Stealth.
Greetings and welcome to our camp. You are a stranger no longer. When you saved me from death, our lives became intertwined. Henceforth, you are to be known as a gypsy friend. Come now. I will take you to the leader of our camp.
So, you are the one my son spoke of. You saved his life. You also entered fearlessly into our den of wolves. You are a man of great courage. We gypsies owe you for our Davy, and I believe we will owe you for things to come. Welcome. I am the fortune teller. I will give you a gift for saving my son. I sense it will be most useful in your adventuring. Here, take this amulet. It will protect you from the dead that will not die.
Good.
This amulet will protect you from some of the damage the undead creatures can do. Now the debt is paid. You are here as our guest. How did you come to this valley of no exit? And where will your journey take you?
You're already wearing the amulet. The gypsy fortune teller is a very beautiful older woman. She has a look of pride and confidence about her. Her eyes are dark and fierce, but not unkindly. You're in the cramped interior of the gypsy fortune teller's wagon. A large table with 3 chairs dominates this main section of the wagon. A deck of tarot cards lies ready on the table. Gypsy Davy shifts his gaze between you and the fortune teller from time to time. He obviously holds her in great respect.
Oh my, for an outsider, you are most polite.
You tell the gypsies your name.
We are honored to know your name.
It is a good name, a strong name. You bear it well.
You tell about how you got here.
The dark cave? You escaped from there? Ah, you are very powerful and lucky. I would guess that a summoning spell went wrong. That cave interferes with all magic around here. But it is best not to speak of that cave. Someone brought you here for some unknown purpose. Most interesting.
You may call me Magda. That is the name I go by with you gorgeous.
What's with the gin?
Gorgio is the word we call anyone who is not a gypsy.
In Spain is Lelo. Spain and Portugal, Lelo.
I have been gifted by true sight and foreknowledge. These are gifts with knife edges. Oh, I have seen my own death, and knew my true love's death the day I met him. Still, it is most useful.
What's with it?
I will read your fortune in the cards, if you wish. You have only to cross my palm with silver. So much for the legends about werewolves, huh? Or at least a coin of value. But I warn you, no future is fixed. What the cards show of the future can happen, but only if you take the actions to create this future. And it is not easy to determine what those actions are, dear. Such is life. This valley has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to the mystical ways. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well. Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted, and there are many dangers around you. Oh, there are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across them in your travels. Mirana was a powerful magician who came from this area. There is a garden in the forest which she created. Oh, it is such a place of safety for all who visit there. It is said that her final resting place is near here as well. Her staff stands in the town and protects those within the walls from outside harm. There are some things about which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters. Creatures of the night, shapeshifters, skin changers. We are man or beast by our own will, to run on four legs, to howl at the moon, to chase the terrified prey through the hills. This is what it is to be truly alive. Oh, the legend of the werewolf is but a folk tale. We change our shape when we choose, not because the moon is in some silly phase. We are the beast with the mind of a man, and a man with the mind of a beast. It is not normally our way to speak so freely to outsiders. So why do I say so much to you? Because you need to know we are not your enemies. You have too many questions that cannot be answered, and your ignorance may be your doom. There is much to you. Your actions to come will affect us all. Do not doubt it. Therefore, I will speak honestly and openly on what I can. Now, I can see by your eyes that our future is linked to you, for weal or woe. We are the roving people, the tinkers and traders and tellers of fortunes. We are the dancers in the night and the music in the wilderness. We are the untamed ones who live only by our own rules. We own no land, and no land owns us. The world is ours for the travel.
You can call me Davy. Names are very important. Davy is my name to outsiders. I also have a gypsy name and a true name. True names are not given lightly. Gypsies never ask others for their names. Never say your true name. Never speak the true name of another. To say another's true name aloud gives you power over him, if you are indeed more powerful. Otherwise, it gives him power over you.
Names have power, that is true.
We gypsies are not werewolves. We are shape-shifters. We take on the form of wolves for hunting. We are roving traders. Our home is our wagon and campfire. We would have left this valley long ago if the flooding had not washed away the road and filled the mountain pass with swamp. The road from the town used to lead to the pass to the southwest. That was the only way in and out of this valley. The swamp is an ill place, and we gypsies stay far from it. I was borrowing some corn from the cornstalks outside the town when the burgomeister and some townsmen came from the gate. I moved behind the cornstalks to stay out of their way. They looked to be heading to the graveyard. Then one of them pointed at me and shouted, and suddenly they all grabbed me. I had no chance to run. I had no idea what was going on. I knew gypsies were disliked in the village, but I did not know we were so feared.
Okay, let's give her some money.
Now, you listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune-teller.
This is the best part of the game.
You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card. The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This is a card of vigilance and agility. The person this represents is skilled at perceiving the hidden, at spying, and uncovering the unknown. This is a person who has mastery over his body and is lithe and active. This card clearly represents you, and therefore this reading is about you. The cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card represents something from the distant past which is relevant to the here and now. Turn over this card and reveal the influence of your past. This card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual. The Four of Coins. Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part.
Baba Yaga?
However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card, something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present. This is the inverted King of Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next card, that we may learn more of this person.
Devil.
The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who will bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge, for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence. Ah, the Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person. The star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future. The Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet she has suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her. The Moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends, or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim, or the villainess. The final card will reveal the influence which will most affect you. The Void. About this card I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time. Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
You say goodbye.
You weary of talk? Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening in the joyful company of the gypsies. The gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Come, is she not beautiful? Why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep. Colorful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Moldavian gypsy camp. The huge fire pit will hold a large enough fire for any occasion. It's not easy being green, but this wagon does its best. The gaudily painted blue wagon looks as though it belongs to a wise woman or fortune teller. It really looks very little like the toy red wagon you had when you were a kid.
Let's go back to town. Okay. Forest 7.
Gotcha!
You hear a giggle from behind the bush, then a squeaky voice asks, 1 and 1 make 3, tell me what you make of me. Reading, writing, riddling game, can you tell me what's my name?
You tell the creature it's called the Lishi.
Ah, that's the price of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name. Lishi, Lishi, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Lishi, Lishi, riddle rhyme, can you solve them every time?
Okay. Do 68, stealth.
The werewolf threat has ended. After the gypsy escaped, the townspeople again lived in terror of werewolves. Thank you for rescuing Igor and calming the peasants' fears.
You say hello to the Burgermeister.
You are a very polite person. Perhaps...
You tell the Burgermeister about how much you want to be a hero.
I am beginning to think that you must be quite a hero already. The gypsy has no doubt returned home to his people. They have an encampment to the east. I will be able to get a real night's sleep for once. I do not have to worry that the prisoner will be harmed or that he will escape now. The people of this town will settle down again. They cried so loudly. There is a rumor that perhaps I was
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
No, I have enough crowns. I'm not worried.
Ah, so you are back.
It's a garlic soufflé, Mordavian style. You pick at your plate.
This inn used to do a steady bit. I am well, as always. Besides the ones that come in here. The gravedigger is a stretch.
Hey, I fly. Oh.
The innkeeper nods at you.
So I've seen. Ah, it's okay. It's your birthday, buddy. It's normal.
Igor, very glad not to still be in grave. You Igor's friend now. Good to see you.
You tell Igor how you figured out he was stuck in the grave.
Lucky for Igor, you persistent hero.
You tell Igor the townspeople were worried while he was gone.
People miss Igor? You tell Igor a rumor? Igor now morgue happy than ever. Morgue happy, get it? Little graveyard humor there. Oh, people not like gypsies. People think gypsies steal things. People think gypsies eat people. People think gypsies not normal like Igor. People say Doctor mad. Doctor not mad. Doctor just crazy. Staff been in town long time. Dimitri's grandfather brought staff to town. Grave accident? Little graveyard humor there. That good one. I like it. Igor carve headstone near grave. Igor fall in grave. Gravestone fall on grave. Igor not get out until you get him out of grave. Igor in grave danger. A little graveyard humor there. Oh, reports of Igor's demise greatly exaggerated. Igor not give crypt key to strangers. You not stranger. Igor give crypt key to you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You say goodbye to Igor. Igor nods cryptically. A little graveyard humor there.
Okay, even the narrator. Igor, no, great character. Funny little character. Let's talk to the gnome or the inn.
You hear some movement in the room. A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Gets you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see ya. Nice see you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it? Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
Ah, I remember this bug.
The strange comedian you had the misfortune to listen to the other night sits on the bed. He looks at you with a twisted grin.
Hey, welcome into the inn. Pleased to meet you. Sit down and have a seat. Oh, we did that already, didn't we?
You tell about some of your adventures.
What was that you were saying about saving Spielberg?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So you're the guy that made me lose my sense of humor. Listen, if you hadn't made Baba Yaga mad, I never would have told the joke that made her take my humor away.
What, Baba Yaga?
Putin ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course. Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately. I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor, and I try. Don't know why. Gotta fly. Say goodbye. What's the matter? You a music critic, so I can't tell a joke? Sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool. A dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak.
Jim Cummings is the best.
Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues. She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned. This place is really dead, you know. I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy. What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before. Or you, for that matter.
The chicken seems to be made out of rubber. What's rubber, you ask? You also consider how it would taste cooked in garlic. It's a braided, circular rug just like the one in your room, only funnier. Somehow just looking at these garlic braids makes you smile. It It makes the perfect cap to the gnome's jester costume.
Okay. Now Florian is gonna be mad at me, but yeah, okay, ban me. But this is where I'm gonna leave the stream. Sorry, terribly sorry. You can watch it. I'm going to upload yesterday's stream on my YouTube channel, and this one, if I have time, I'll upload it not tomorrow, probably after tomorrow. We'll see. And let's just save here. Town 7. No. But don't go yet.